Hey, this is Eb. I'm here to show off this bass I'm working on and the Total Vise guitar workstation and mini crossover and all that fun stuff. So, first off, this bass, there's a previous video. You'll have to watch it, but basically it was snapped here on the neck. There was a previous break next to it. I had to redo that in a kind of the same way it was already done. There was pegs drilled through here, so I went ahead and redid those a little bit more hefty this time. Hopefully it'll hold up. Hopefully it won't get dropped or anything like that. But I'm pretty confident of this repair here. But these are so big. These are so goofy. I'm a normal sized person. This is as big as me or larger. And this is way too big for my bench. I had it over some set up kind of on some stools and stuff, like you might have a boat working on sawhorses or something, but really what you normally have to do. And I was doing all this work and it hit me, man, I've got the Total Vise workstation, surely I can fit it in there somehow. And I was able to. It fit in here. I did this last night. It's been hanging up all night. And I've been able to work on it. So instead of working like this, working over a bench, things wrestling around, this scooting around and bumping into things and scratching and knocking and denting, now it's on this with these really nice urethane pads that aren't going to scratch it. It's strapped in tight. The area that I was working, instead of being hunched over like this, now I can stand up with my whole body straight and work on doing all my finish work where I want to do. Standing up straight, right in my vision. I can move the lights around. I can move this, do everything I want to it. And so that's what makes it really great. My number one thing that I say about the Total Vise workstation is that I'll be working on something, and if it's awkward, I'll stop and think, man, what am I doing? Why is this so awkward? Surely there's a better way to do it. And then I'll move things around till it's not awkward anymore, and I can stand up straight and get a good look at what I'm doing and work at the best angles. So I just wanted to demonstrate this a little bit. Again, it's handling this massive thing. For example, where am I at here? Here we go. It's a little harder with this big one to see what you're doing, but I know my knobs pretty well. So it can rotate, which is super cool. I can take this thing, so I'm working over here, I'm doing what I want. I could work out here, but I can swing this whole booger all the way around, and I can lock it back in and work on the fingerboard over here, work on the other stuff. Maybe I wasn't able to see it from the other side. Do whatever I want, work on the sound post in it, and it's all right here. I've got it strapped in on this side and winched it down on this side with the stand. But yeah, that's what I think makes these particularly special is the mobility of these. If I was going to be working on the sides of this, I could go ahead and stand it up. Look at that. I can work. I can work on touch up over here. Work all the way around on the sides. Let's see, it may or may not swing. Whoops. There we go. Yeah. So I take the Spencers in the way. What's funny is these are so great. I put everything in here and I don't need my bench space anymore other than putting stuff. I don't put instruments on the bench anymore. But yeah, I can work any which way I feel necessary. I can slide this all the way back out. Let's get around here. And all the while, everything's nice and secure. I can even, let's see, here we go. Here we go. Do all kind of silly stuff with it. It's really neat. Taking it real easy at this big. Always make sure everything's tight and secure before you start moving. But I can stand it up and say you were going to need to do some varnish work or something like that. I can work on this whole top right now, right in front of me. Instead of traditionally I would be over a bench doing something like this. It may be too low, too high. I have to use pads and stuff. This, as you can see, I just moved it in all sorts of different ways. So I think that's pretty much it for the it rotates this other direction too. If I really wanted to, I could get it. I can swing it around. Uh-oh, what was that? Oh, that's just from the base itself. But yeah, I can move this thing all around and work on this side and work on that side, however it is, and I might even do a little bit of that while it's up here. So, hope you enjoyed this. I'll put a Total Vise link down there. They're made in the USA by an actual guy. He designed all the main parts here, all these docking stations. You can move these all over the shop. He designed those. They make them for other things too, like working on compound bows and stuff like that. But he and my buddy Doug worked on this device together, which allows a lot of the tilting and swinging around. And then Doug, I think, saw this in a dream or something. He had some kind of vision and came up with this super cool. It's meant for guitars, but I've also worked on. I've had this in here, and I've had this little guy in here. I was working on this little mandolinetto from like probably the late 1800s or something. And I had it fit in the workstation too. Everything worked its way up to that end, and this was in the headstock, and this had the other part. And so as you can see, it fits all kind of things. So it's been really a game changer here in the shop, and yeah, made in the USA, made really well. Of course, there's some play in here because this is so daggum big. I mean, it's moving my bench and everything, which normally isn't the case on when I have guitars in there. So, hope you enjoyed this little insight to where I do most of my work. Got all kind of stuff going on in here. If you enjoyed it, please hit that like button, that thumbs up down there. If you think somebody would think this is cool, hit that share button, and you can send them a text or an email and send them this video. And if you'd like to see more of them, the follow-up video of this guy and the previous one, all that kind of stuff, hit the subscribe button and you'll see this and the follow-up one and lots of other ones. So thanks for watching.